Marvel rival players that make you want to quit. First one we got is the DPS players. Now there's a lot of types, but the main one that nobody really likes to have on their team is the one that complains too much. Now this is kind of typical, but it's the ones that insta-lock DPS, the ones that are always spamming for heals, the ones that never play with their team, and they always blame everyone else for their mistakes, and they usually end up going dive while going negative. There's another subtype of them, and that's usually if they're a smurf or they just don't care, because in their mind they think they're better than everyone else in their lobby. So anything you say to them or anything the team does, like a bad team fight, automatically makes them want to crash out and go on a rant on why their team is garbage and why they need to surrender. I feel like the only reason they do this is just to get on an ult account or a smurf account, just to flex to other players that they're better, while also expecting everyone else on their team to accommodate to their pick and play around them. And if nobody does that, they end up just crashing out. Second is the entitled support players, or support players who think they're better than everyone else on their team. These support players usually end up being more annoying rather than being bad. They can be bad at the game, but sometimes it's more their attitude and gameplay. These type of support players will criticize the DPS, the tank, and the other support on their team, but most of the time the criticism they give isn't justified, not because the team is doing bad, but because they don't like the way the team is playing. And the only reason they don't like it is because they're so programmed to play a certain way that playing any other way is basically throwing to them. And it gets worse because if you try to communicate to them that playing another way is better, they usually end up not understanding and not wanting to compromise how they play in order for the team to win. And the only reason they're programmed to play this way is because they watch so much content out there on how to play support and how to win on support that they basically ingrain the play style so much that they can't switch it off. And it's crazy because this game doesn't have a guaranteed way or a correct way to play in order to win. The last one are tank players. Now there's not really a lot you can say about tank players, and that's usually because tank requires a lot of attention and they don't really have a chance to just complain or be annoying. But there is still some type of tank players out there that really want to make me get off the game. Now the first obvious one is the tank player that's actually really good at the game, but they're just annoying about it, because they will be commenting to everyone on their team to back up or play a certain way while also just criticizing you for every little mistake you do, which in hindsight is not that bad, but it just gets really annoying to a certain point. The second one no one really likes having on their team is the hard stuck one. Now they're not toxic players. They will have like 5 tanks that are Lord, but they'll still be hard stuck with Diamond and Grandmaster. And they're also the type of players that were part of the peak Celestial or peak Eternity when the game first came out. So what really makes them worse isn't that they're just hard stuck, it's that they keep making the same mistakes every time they play the game. So every time you get them on your team, you're almost guaranteed to lose with them, because none of them try to adapt or try to play a different way in order to win. Now out of all these players I mentioned, I would say that probably tank is the least worst and DPS and support are probably 50-50.